Poured up and I'm leaning some more. I'm chasing you and my demons some more. I'm living life with no meaning, of course. I pray to God I don't end in the can. I had a dream of a Benz in my hand. Nowadays I really feel like they forgot about me. Like I ain't make all of these other people hide around me. I hate these rappers cause they thinking that they got around me. But only when they really ain't moving like me. And you ain't really getting money unless you prove it to me. Bro got two block, two tone, bad bit, red bone. Don't do cell phone.
All right, what's up, everyone, man? It's Gabe Hendrickson. I'm with the Ox Ready Show, where we always Ox Ready. I got a special guest today, man. Up and coming artist on the rise. Fucks with Philly, but I think he's out the DMV, if I'm correct. The boy, the one and only, man, Nuge.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah, so I'm out in Philly right now. I'm staying out in Philly, but grew up in New York City and DC, so that's really what I think of like as home. Yeah.
Okay. So did that ever like influence your sound? Because, you know, the DC sound's kind of different than the New York sound. Or is it just kind of like you just developed kind of your own, like in between the middle of them?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't grow up, like, I would say my pivotal years in terms of music were definitely in DC, just in terms of I moved from New York when I was 11 to DC. So, like, when I really started getting into, like, hip-hop and even thought about making music, I was in DC. But I wouldn't say, like, my sound is really like the DC, like, what people think of, like, the DMV flow or something. I wouldn't say that's really my sound, but I enjoy listening to it. Yeah, but, yeah. I would just say I kind of try to create my own wave type of thing.
I feel
trying to, yeah.
So I almost forgot to mention, man, I got an album hopefully coming out on 5/1.
It's coming out.
It is. All right, that's what's up. You know, hopefully that one's looking to really put you on the map. That's going to be your first complete project getting put out, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So talk a little bit about that. You know, what kind of went into that in terms of picking beats and, you know, how you rapped on it, that kind of thing.
Right. I mean, so I've been making music for a while. So like, I don't think I necessarily treated kind of creating this album any differently than I created like making music in the past. And I honestly didn't like sit down and write out like what I wanted to do for this album. Like just like thought about it and said, all right, I'm going to go like make this song. Like it didn't happen like that. Like, a couple of these songs that are on my album actually were recorded over a year ago. So,
really?
I mean, yeah, a lot of this is just like a lot of my favorite songs that I've made put together to make like a great piece. I don't want to sound corny, but like a great piece of art, like songs that I feel like worked really well together. Not necessarily, I didn't go in the studio and saying like, oh, I need this, but more just like I made the songs that I was feeling at the time, and then kind of at one point, like not too long ago, a couple months ago, I was like, all right, I have enough songs, like let me put out a project. Like I've been putting out a lot of singles, a lot of videos, and I just felt like now felt really like the right time.
It was time, yeah,
to put out a project. Yeah,
that's what's up. So everything just like it just all felt right. Like it was like, all right, now like I think I'm ready to finally move forward.
People have been telling me kind of like for the last year or so, put out a project, but I didn't really feel 100% confident in like the catalog of songs that I had. Like I like the singles that I was putting out. I really like listening to those, and when I feel very confident about a song, I'll put it out. I'm very self-conscious with my music, so I'm not gonna put something out unless I feel like I would listen to it all the time and I'm really in love with that song. You get me? So
yeah.
Until I felt like I had enough of those songs and songs that really worked together well, I wasn't gonna put out an album. But since I got that now, I was like, well, fuck it, why not? Like, you get me? Like I want to, like, I want people to hear this, like, to hear a complete project. You know, I really think it's gonna change the way people think of me.
So does it give you like a sense of relief, like, man, I'm finally coming out with the project, or is it like I'm coming out with the project, I'm ready to come out with even more heat, like right after, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, kind of both. I wouldn't say relief. I feel like it's like, well, right now it's like, it's a lot of like, it's a combination of nerve and excitement and just like happiness, because I'm happy because I've sat with these songs for a long time, man. Like I've listened to these songs, like they become some of my favorite songs. I share them with people around me.
Have they developed over time kind of, or like Was it always the same
Yeah, for
song?
sure,
Or?
bro. Like the track list has shifted. Like I thought I was gonna put in some songs and then kind of altered it, put in different songs. I mean, the person I talk most about this with is my mother, bro. Like my mom is like my biggest fan, and we've had a lot of conversations about this, and just communicating with her and like my close friends and stuff, just about like what can I do, what songs can I put together. But I wouldn't say like I have a relief right now. Like I want people to listen to it. Like this is just the first step, announcing that I have the album, like putting the songs together. The harder part is to get people like to be like, all right, like let me tap in, like let me really tap in, let me
Yeah.
listen, like. And I feel like once people listen and really really listen, like not just listen for like the first 30 seconds, but really like tap in and listen, it'll click, like it'll make sense why these songs are the way they are, like in what order they are, like how they flow together, my story, and everything's gonna become clear. But that's where I'm at right now, just kind of wanting people to really tap in, and also trying to do everything I can so that it's possible for them to.
I mean, I think that's very true, man. I think once people hear like I think even if people listened right now to your first single, I think they'd be very surprised. You know, they would just listen. I think they'd be a little like taken back. Like it's a little bit of it really is a little bit of like a different sound. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's like, you know, something we've never ever heard, but you know, the sound is definitely unique. It's definitely so you can hear. I feel like you can hear your voice in every song. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not like you're not trying to
you.
conform to like, you know, every track. You can really hear your voice in every song, and it sounds like, you know, that's new. You know what I mean? Like in every track.
Yeah,
And so I
for
think
sure.
I think that's super important, especially at the beginning. You know, when you're trying to grow that fan base, you want to make sure everyone knows, you know, that's your style, that's who you are, you know, that's your identity. And from the snippets you put out, it seems like you're trying to even grow that even further. And you know, some of your songs that are out right now, the one, shit, almost forgot it. Hold up. Through the Rain, man. I almost forgot that one. Yeah, Through the Rain. That one, man. I listened to that one the first time about a week ago, and I was like, I listened to it. I was like, shit. Like whenever you started singing on it, I was like, damn, that's completely like I haven't really heard that before. You know, especially coming from like Dreams, which is more of like a singing flow. But you were really singing like on that joint. Like it sounded good. So I'm excited to see, you know, how you gonna, you know, you keep talking about tapping in different bags. I'm excited to see how you about to do that on the next project. To be real.
So like, yeah. So that's interesting that you say that, because that song, I hated that song when I first made it, actually, like that song. But that's probably, I mean, that's definitely one of my favorite songs of mine right now. When I put it out, I thought it was a really good song, and not to like toot my own horn, but like I was proud of it. You get me?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you like that song, and I feel like that song, out of all the songs that I put out, I mean the recent songs that I put out too showcase that, but also like that song is a good showcaser, for lack of better words, like of kind of what, you know, I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to sound
Like
like
it's
I'm always,
sonically, it sounds like you can, because you go from one
yeah.
flow and then you go to singing and then you go back
Yeah,
to
bro, because
starting.
I try to make a lot like the music I like to listen to and like what I'm feeling. So like I grew up listening to different type of like different type of music. But I grew up, my dad used to put me onto all different types of music, not just rap. Like, and I always like, I used to just like listening to like rock and roll, R&B, like old stuff, just singing, no rap. And then I grew to love rap, and I had this kind of like crazy relationship with rap where I was freestyling all the time. And if like you can go deep in my SoundCloud and listen to my old music, it's
I've
straight
listened
rap.
to straight rap.
I'm not singing, bro. Like so I had to like evolve my sound, like completely evolve my sound. And I mean,
Like
and
on Haunted, By Everything, No Hook,
yeah, bro.
NUGE,
This
like
man's
all those
tapping into
ones,
the
man.
old stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, all
but
those.
look,
You're just
bro,
spitting in those ones. Like, you can really hear, like, yeah. I feel like in
that's
those
what.
ones you can really hear like your ability to put together words, like to really rap. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
but look, everyone. This is what I'm gonna say though. You need time to find your sound. Like
oh yeah,
everyone mimics somebody when they're first starting out music. Like that's just a fact. And you can try to say that you're not doing it, and there are a couple people that probably don't. But for the most part, everybody mimics. So what was I like? The rappers I wanted to be like I wanted to be a spitter. You feel me? Like
mm-hmm.
I'm from New York, and New York, like that's what bars, bro, like bars. That's what I really, really grew up on. And then when I moved to DC and started getting influenced, like, okay, but originally it was bars, and I wanted to be like Eminem. Like, we used to write in elementary school. We listen to the song "Not Afraid" by Eminem, and like we would write down every single lyric, like, and have 3 loose leaf papers just full of Eminem lyrics. You get me? So like,
Yeah.
I was always rapping. Like, even when I freestyle now, like, my fans won't know this really, but anybody that's around me, close to me, I can really rap. Like,
Yeah.
I rap. So, but I feel like it's so important. Like, the word that I would try to use to myself maybe is versatile, because I'm trying to like really expand. I'm trying to do. I have songs that are pop songs. It's not me rapping. It's me singing. Like, it's so different. But then I have other songs when I'm really rapping. Like, the
Yeah.
snippet I put out for Two Tone, I'm rapping.
Yeah. You're really
But
rapping on that.
I'm trying to do, bro. This is the crazy part, talking about it, because I hate people that talk about their own music, because to me it sounds like artificial and shit. But I want people to tap in and listen and develop
Yeah.
like this kind of understanding of what I'm trying to do. If you get
gotta
what I'm
create
saying. And I
like
feel
the
like you
identity
really have,
around your music. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
you understand, bro, because I could tell like you're really tapped in. Like, you naming like old ass songs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, it's definitely, I've definitely tried to come a long way.
I mean, that's the cool thing about finding an artist so like early, you know, because I just like to listen. Like, my aux is a lot different, you know. When I'm playing songs, I like to play like a lot of new people that I just find. I don't really like to play like the regular shit, I guess. So like listening and finding someone at the very beginning, you know what I'm saying, when they start making
Yeah.
music, and you're like, oh shit, like, oh, I fuck with them now, and then you hear them like now, and you're like, damn, you see the progression. Like, you see,
Right.
and like it, you know, it's not even just with you. It's just even a bigger artist like Shy Glizzy, for example, man. Like, just being a young fan of him at the beginning, you can still see this growth. It's just dope to see growth in
Yeah.
like your favorite artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
So that's dope. So the track list for the album, I want to get into
Yeah.
that real quick.
Let's
We
talk
got
about
Two
it.
Tone, Broken Dreams, Wait on Me,
Broke dreams, not
Broke
broken
Dreams. My bad. Through the Rain,
Yeah.
Two Souls, Senorita, Athlete, Gritty World, Blue Eyed Baby, and Honestly.
Yeah.
Out of those ones, what is your
Mhm.
favorite so far?
Damn. See, a lot of people ask me this, and like, oh
shit.
shit. But basically, my like I don't have. I like. I'm my harshest critic, bro. Like between like whatever listening to my songs, I'm my harshest critic and also biggest promoter. So I love my music, but I'm also extremely critical of my music. So in any of those songs, like, I don't think I listen to them really for pleasure, as weird as that sounds. Like, I like listening to those songs, but I listen to them to kind of put myself in the shoes of listeners. Like, what are they gonna think like about this? And maybe that's a bad thing, low key, because I guess I should just be putting out the music I like. And I do. I like all of these songs, and I feel passionate about all these songs. But I wouldn't necessarily say like I listen to these songs like, all right, this is my best one. But that being said, the song that I listen to the most right now is probably Blue Eyed Baby, which is the second to last track on the album.
Okay. So wait, real quick, in terms of that, so do you think, is it like, you think the people that listen to your music aren't ready for your best songs yet, that you think are your best songs, in terms of like?
Nah, I don't know. Ready? I mean, if people hear good music, they gonna like the music.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I mean,
That's true.
I feel like it is what it is, bro. Like, I mean, the thing about the music industry right now is people don't really understand what good music is anymore, because some people tell them what good music is, and then they listen to it. They be like, all right, well, people are saying that this is good, so this must be good. I'm like, I'm trying to break that a little bit. Like, I don't listen to Drake just because people say Drake is good. Drake is my favorite rapper right now, but that's because of the stories he tells. That's because of the humor he involves in his music. That's because of the shit I can relate to. And he happens to also be like, selling wise, like the greatest rapper of all time. But I feel like what I'm trying to do is put content in my music so people can't really say, all right, he's not good. Like, I mean, you could have opinions on it, but like, if you're really a fan of mine, I want you to respect me for the music, not respect me because somebody's telling you to listen to me. I don't want like some YouTuber to be like, go listen to Nuge, and that's why everybody's listening to me. You get me? Like, I want the music to speak for itself. So like you say, are people ready for my best songs? Yeah, I mean they should be. If they're not, that's fine too. They're gonna hear it either way, one day or now. The thing why I want to push this album, and because I'm really proud of this work, bro. Like I said, I've critiqued it. Like I wouldn't be putting out shit that is not really, really, really special in my opinion, because I tell myself all the time that like shit is trash, and that's why like with this album, I've broken down every single song I've like, and I just feel like I want people to hear that, hear the music. Fuck me, don't even attach my face to it. Just hear the music. Just hear the music, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I get you. So is it done? Is the album like completely? It's completely finished.
It's done, bro. Yeah, it's done.
It's done. That's what's up. So you happy with it? Like you feeling like it's.
I'm happy, bro. Like honestly, the thing is I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but for myself as an artist, you really don't know. Kind of like you feel happy with your music, but you're kind of still a little bit scared because you don't know how people are going to react to it necessarily.
Yeah, of course.
But in my mind, I'm content because I feel like these are some of my favorite songs that I've made and I'm putting them out. So if the world doesn't like them, then fuck it, bro. I like them. So
yeah, exactly.
And my mother likes them too. So if my mom likes them and I like them, then it's cool.
It's cool. All right, I fuck with that. So all right, in terms of I kind of want to get to know you, like the process that also went into it in terms of like, do you, I know personally from being in lives, I know you say you like to freestyle a lot. Do you write down, like in this project, was there a lot of lyric, like were you writing down lyrics or were you really still going off the top kind of, or what?
It's both, honestly, bro. Like, it's really both. I used to be somebody like back in the old songs that you were referencing. Yeah, bro. Like you could tell I was writing down every lyric, like trying to get every syllable exactly, like not changing a thing from what I write down. But now the process is just different. And I feel like when you're somebody that tries to tap into melodies and sing, it can't just be like, I don't think it can just be like straight pad to microphone, because that's like, it takes away from like the authenticity of your voice, I feel like, because it feels practiced. That being said, though, there are certain things that I did right. Like I wrote the first verse of Through the Rain. I wrote, there are some songs that I'll write part and then freestyle part. I mean, I have a really good relationship with my engineer. So I go in the studio and he already knows my levels. Like we're already locked in. So I feel like depending on how ready I am, like that brings out a certain authenticity in the sound. Like in certain times I would say, yeah, definitely write, but I don't write all the time. You get me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so, especially with the melodic stuff. I don't.
Yeah, so when you're singing, is that mostly written then? When you're singing?
No, it's not. No. Mostly when I'm singing, it's mostly not written.
Mostly not written.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So, I mean, in terms of people in the game right now, that kind of, is there anyone in the game right now that's influencing you at all? Like the Influencer Project at all? Anyone even the past that influenced your project, or even influences your sound really at all?
So like I said, my project is like a collection of songs that I really enjoy. So so I would say more like influence my sound, like, because this is kind of just like a collection of songs that are really my sound, not necessarily just the project. But I don't know, bro. Probably. Like, I mean, I like listening to it. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't listen to rap, I just listen to myself. No, like, I love, like I just said, like, I love Drake. I love Kanye. I love good music. I love all, like, if new music is good music, I like new music, bro. Like, I think Jack Harlow is dope. I think, I mean, I could name inspirations for days, bro.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But I feel like it doesn't influence the content of my music necessarily. I mean, some songs kind of, but on the more personal songs, I feel like I'm trying to talk from like myself, like my truth. But in terms of sound, I feel like everything, bro. It's got to be everything, right? I feel like everybody's influenced from everything. That's how I feel.
Everything, yeah. I feel like, it's all just put in a pot, man, and we all just feed off that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's how I feel too.
All right, so in terms, you were talking about your engineer. in terms of your production team, videographer, engineer, all that kind of stuff, do you stick with do you have like a group now, or are you kind of still in the
So
state of like you just messing? If there's someone dope out there that you mess with, man, like
yeah.
you'll connect with them kind
So yeah. So basically, my engineer. So my engineer is his name is Nell. He works with he's mentioned Shy Glizzy. He's actually Shy Glizzy's producer. Like he produced basically all the songs on his Covered in Blood album.
of. Yeah,
And
Covered in Blood. Is he a
uh
DMV? Is he DMV based then?
yeah.
Or? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's DMV based. He works at the studio I go to, and he's dope, man. Like this man is talented as hell, and he works with Glizzy mostly on production. So he doesn't produce my songs, but he basically engineers all of my songs. And I mean, he's just, I don't want to like say too much, but he's just a talented guy, and like it's just a pleasure working with him because like we both kind of have an understanding of what needs to get done. And so like from an engineering standpoint, that's my go-to guy because he's like me. He's a perfectionist, and he knows what I like, and he knows what needs to be made to make a good song. From a production aspect, I would say I work with Mayo in the mix. That's my main producer right now. He didn't produce all of my songs on my album. Some of them come from different producers, but Mayo in the mix is really kind of, well, he's somebody that's not really just a producer to me anymore. Like that's just a good friend. Like that's like a brother of mine. That's how I see it. Like
Okay.
he originally just heard one of my snippets actually for Dreams, the song Dreams, and he just reached out. And
Dreams is tough. Dreams is tough.
I usually, yeah, thank you. And I usually don't like just working with people over email or something because I like working, like having a more personal relationship. But I immediately liked his beats. I started doing stuff on them, and he's just been so consistent and so helpful with feedback and just, yeah, I mean, regardless of if I'm involved, he's going places because he already has placements with way bigger artists than me. But I mean, just to give him more credit, he's stuck by my side, and like we've talked about like what we plan to do, like different ideas for different projects. So that I would say on a production level, he's definitely my go-to guy.
That's what's up.
Videographers, I'm working with Projects by Ray a lot. She's based out of Philly. She
Yeah,
works
because
in the
your videos are dope. All your videos are be clean
Thank
as
you.
hell.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
she's fire. She's fire. I've also worked with Shot by Naf. He's in New York based. That dude is amazing, man. Like, I mean, he works with a lot of people like more in the industry, so to say, than I am. But I mean, he's just extremely talented. So both of them are
So
dope as hell.
are these all
Oh
people
yeah.
that just kind of came to you, were like, man, I'm messing with you, let me work with you, or did you reach out to them, or is it kind of just a mutual?
I mean, it's
get
both.
on?
Like I said, like it's Mayo reached out to me, but
Yeah.
now I reach out to him all the time because when I need beats. The engineer, like it wasn't like a reach out. I was just going to a studio,
Yeah.
excuse me, and he was there and he was engineering, and we just developed a good rapport together. And then the videographers, I reached out to them because I seen their videos on YouTube and I just thought they were dope. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Kind of last thing I guess I want to get into before we get off is the whole soccer thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So are you currently, you're not currently playing soccer, right?
No. So I am. So I don't even know how much I can really talk about, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess it's public. No, it's public information, kind of because people know who I am. So, but anyway, I'll just talk about it a little bit. So basically, yeah, I am playing soccer. I'm a Division I soccer player
Okay.
At Temple University, but I don't mix the two. Like I don't mix
Yeah.
soccer and music. Like I have to keep it separate. Like legally, I have to keep it separate. So, yeah, but I mean, shit, I can't
All
really
right.
talk too much about it, bro. I will say this
Yeah.
though. I love soccer. Like I grew up playing soccer. I still love soccer. Like it's still an enormous passion of mine. So I hope to
For sure.
do one day, like combine the two in in a specific way. I try to do it with the athlete video. You're gonna hear some references on my album that talk about it. But soccer is very special to me, and like that's not going away anytime soon. But I just can't really
No, of course.
talk about it too much. And I'm not mixing the two in any type of
In
way.
any way.
Like, but like Danny Nugent is a soccer player, Nuge is a rapper. I'll put it like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So wait. So that's where, yeah, because I was always curious where Nuge kind of came from, to be
Yeah,
honest.
so Nuge is part of my last name, Nugent. I
Okay.
grew up like that's anybody in my family, any buddy on my father's side would tell you like Nuge. That's just like a nickname. People just and it was annoying to me. Like it was annoying in elementary. In my elementary school, my brother was I have an older brother, so he was Nuge. I was Lil Nuge. So actually, I could have made my rapper name Lil Nuge, but then it would be like another Lil. So I
Yeah,
wanted to
there's
be
too
just
many
Nuge.
lows. There's too many
Yeah,
lows. There's too many lows.
yeah. So, but I just Nuge was just something like I mean originally it was an acronym. It was Next Underground Emperor. So I tried to like
Okay.
turn it into something really dope, but then I was like,
So
if
that's where the
people are
N.
not
That's where the NUGE, like with the little period.
dots, right? But that's why I stopped doing that because I feel like it's more difficult to put dots in when you're typing something in Apple Music. So
Yeah.
I want the easiest access possible.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, shit. It's been a minute. It's been great talking with you, man. I'm excited for the
Yeah.
album coming out, man. I'm super pumped. Uh, I'm excited to see which song's my favorite, man. I feel like I don't even really know what to expect, which is kind of dope. I'm excited for that too. Uh,
Yeah.
so, so yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir, bro. All right, be easy, man.
All right.
All right, man. That's gonna wrap it up for the first interview on the Ox Ready hip hop show, where we always stay Ox Ready. Had the homie Nuge come through real quick. By the time you listen to this, his album Little Thoughts is probably out on all platforms right now, so go give that a listen for sure. I've actually already listened to it, man, by now, and it's heat. So a bunch of different vibes. I think anyone who listens to it will really appreciate it, man. So definitely go check that out. Follow Nuge at Nuge at Nuge340 on Instagram. Go give us a follow on Instagram as well at Ox_Ready, and Twitter at OxReady, and Facebook at OxReady. Other than that, stay safe in these hard times, man, and enjoy life. Peace.
Why you gotta leave me on? Why you gotta make me mad? Why you gotta stay? Why you gotta feed these songs? 2 in the morning, we alone on the beach. Maybe at a Sicily, but maybe at a Greece. You can say you love me, you ain't gotta even speak. Baby, you been running through my mind all week. Now I got you here, let me tell my truth. Ever since I met you, I done fell for you. Why you never say what you feel about me? Is it cause you never really met the truth? I've been wanting you for a long time, saying right